Okay, week 4, winter 2022 anime. Let's get into it. The shows are great. They keep going. I kind of dropped a few. I'll keep up with them later, but yeah, I have like 7 or 8 shows here to talk about this week. Also, Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer were so insane this week. They popped off, left me so speechless. I cannot believe it. So yeah, this is what anime is all about. These 2 episodes is kind of like, yeah, left an impact this week. And okay, huge spoilers. I'm gonna spoil the shit out of these 2 big shonen. So I got timestamps on the video. Please don't get spoiled. And yeah, click around, see which shows you're interested in. But yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with Demon Slayer. Episode 10, Entertainment District Arc. It's fucking lit. It's so lit. It's so good. So yeah, never give up. Last episode, shit, biggest cliffhanger. Everyone was stabbed and killed. Zenitsu kind of blew up in a building, pushed Tanjiro off the roof. He's falling. And then yeah, he kind of like falls on the floor and gets knocked out. So yeah, this is the type of episode, like this level of kind of hype, animation, story, fight scenes, and just like a feel good moment. This is what we're waiting for. So yeah, it looks like really hopeless. So Tanjiro's out here. He gets a vision of Nezuko. She kind of gives him some motivation. She's like, Oni-chan, never give up. You always keep apologizing. Just try harder. To stop like acting like you know how we feel. We just want you to stop apologizing and live. So yeah, Nezuko's giving him some motivation. It's kind of like a little flashback. And then he wakes up. Yeah, the whole kind of entertainment district, that whole area, it's on fire. And it looks kind of hopeless because the 2 Upper Moon demons, they're out here. They're full power, strength. And they both kind of look at Tanjiro. They kind of dash in front of him. So yeah, the main demon with the green hair, he's just grilling Tanjiro. He doesn't kill him. I think like why it's because he sees Tanjiro as like a bigger brother. So he kind of like wants to relate to him. He doesn't want to like easily kill him. He also likes tormenting people, I guess, since he's like pretty fucked up himself. So he likes things that are messed up and disgusting. So yeah, he doesn't kill Tanjiro, kind of just like mocks him. Oh, everyone's dead. You're kind of useless. He kind of breaks 2 of his fingers too. Like, come on, bro. And then yeah, Tanjiro, there's like nothing he could do. Like he could barely lift his katana. And then, Nezuko's in the box over there. Like, what does he do? So the demon's just toying with him. So he just takes his chance to run away. And yeah, he carries Nezuko. And then it's kind of hopeless though. Like, yeah, he's just running, jogging. He kind of throws stuff at the Upper Moon Demon. But yeah, it looks kind of over for him. And then when he like finally gets ambushed by the demon gives him a choice. All right, yo, I'll let you protect your sister if I turn you into a demon. How about that? So it's the classic deal. We kind of hear this, but Tanjiro, he would never say yes. But he also doesn't give up because it's all part of his plan. He brings out the headbutt, smashes heads with the demon. And the demons always underestimate Tanjiro's headbutt. It kind of like stuns him so much he can't move. It weakens him. And Tanjiro also stabbed him with the poison kunai. So he can't regen that fast. So Tanjiro has an opportunity, slashes him, uses the fire breathing, tries to cut his neck off, very close. And on the other side, we see Zenitsu. He's also awake. He uses his lightning breathing, godlike speed. So, he's a one-trick pony. He only has one move, but he can go a little bit faster. So he's kind of dashing in like a blue flash of lightning, and he's like trying to cut her head off. Her head's like very flexible, so he's just like kind of dragging her, like eventually trying to cut her head off. So yeah, we got our opportunity, except we didn't really win yet. So even through all of this, Tanjiro, Zenitsu cutting off each of the demons' heads, they kind of still fight back, power through it. So the main upper demon, he kind of like fights Tanjiro again, slashes him, about to cut his eye, and who saves him? Uzui, he's back here. So he thought he was dead. They thought he was dead. His heart stopped because of poison. Psych, he can stop his own heart manually, so the poison just like expels from his body. And then he restarts his heart. Now he's back fighting. So he just got like his sword, with the double sword, but the chain, he's just swinging it on the chain side. And then yeah, he has like these big explosive slashes going head to head. He can see all the demons attack. So it's just like a huge fight, just like flying everywhere. Just so many layers to this fight. Again, it's the type of episode you rewatch multiple times. Yeah, they finally team up, Tanjiro and Uzui. They kind of double up and attack, slice his neck off, while Tanjiro gets a little stabbed on the chin. So he's poisoned. So we'll deal with that later. Don't worry about that for now, bro. And then you have to cut the 2 demons' heads off at the same time. So the sister, Zenitsu, he's getting a little weaker. His slash isn't strong enough. So then Inosuke comes through because we thought he was also dead. He got stabbed and poisoned in the heart. Psych, because Zenitsu can literally move his internal organs manually. So Mr. Flexibility right here, they both team up, slash her neck off. Both of the brothers, sisters are decapitated. We have finally did it. Everyone kind of played a part, just like so many cool scenes, them yelling, their faces while they're struggling, and this a huge comeback. The Demons blew a 3-1 lead, they did it, so in the end, we fucking won. However, in certain Demon Slayer fashion, there's layers to this fight, so it's not over yet. So the main body of the Upper Moon Demon, it kind of explodes in a huge explosion. So Tanjiro and Uzui are caught in the middle of it. And, you know, we hit the end credits. Beautiful end credits we had of just like the whole city on fire. But yeah, their fates are left to our imagination. This is a very good tagline, you know, never give up. It all paid off in the end, but you know, no way they're gonna die. They all lived. So yeah, I'm not really worried for them. And yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next week. But yeah, crazy episode. I'm trying to rewatch this like 50 times. Like I already saw it like 3-4 times already, these fight scenes. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm kind of excited for like more shit to happen in the future because yo, animators, like you need to chill. So, you know, maybe if we get a season 3 later, like, you know, take your time, but I'm gonna be excited for that. Also, Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2, episode 5. So cool backstory episode. We get Ymir's whole backstory. We waited 2,000 years for this, and it's kind of like a letter, how all the Titans kind of existed. So yeah, back in the day, you know, in the like Julius Caesar times, ancient Rome or whatever, there were like kings and shit, and Ymir was like kind of like a nice little girl. She always like helped people out, but one day her village, it got on fire, attacked, and she got enslaved. So she lived in her life as a slave. And then the people kind of snitched out on her because apparently she like let a pig escape. So yeah, they're like killing her and chasing her. Also, like her tongue got cut off. So yeah, like Ymir's trying to run away and escape while they're trying to shoot her with arrows. And then she comes across this pool. So Ymir kind of falls inside this ocean, inside this tree. And then this big kind of worm, jellyfish, slug, squid thing kind of absorbs her. It's like this parasite. And it gives her Titan powers. So Ymir lived her life as a slave, almost got killed, and now she's like this big skeletal Titan. So what does she do with her powers? Like obviously she could get revenge on everyone that did her wrong, but she does the opposite. She works as a slave, she helps the king that kind of like tormented her and shit. And now she's like working with him. He's like, oh, good job, I'm gonna give you my seed. So we see like as they get older, Ymir's just like having babies with the king. She doesn't know what to do. She's just killing people. She looks like so sad. So, I mean, it feels like classic case of Stockholm syndrome for her. She's living her life a slave, and yeah, there's nothing she could do. We finally see her die one day when like this dude was trying to murder the king. He throws a spear at him, but Ymir tanks it. But she's like a Titan, so obviously it wouldn't kill her. But then she kind of like just chooses to die. I think it's because like King Fritz called her a slave. Like he's like, oh, don't die, my slave. So I guess she finally realized this dude did not love her, so she just like chose to die. Obviously, when she died, it was not over though. She kind of like the Titan heritage kind of like kept going. People just kept eating her spine. He forced the 3 kids to eat her spine, which we saw earlier in the season 2 ending. So yeah, King Fritz, he's a terrible guy. Probably one of the top 3 like worst characters in this series. But yeah, we kind of see like what Ymir's doing. She's like living her life as slave, and then she basically waited 2,000 years for a main character to appear to free her, which is Eren. How fortunate. So Eren, he lives for freedom, so that was his plan. This plan that like we kind of like had no idea what he was trying to do, but it was as simple as just like destroy the world, start the rumbling. So yeah, Eren's goal was to protect his island, his people, and then I guess he also wants to free Ymir. So in order to do both of that, just kill everyone. So yeah, after that, Eren kind of embraces Ymir. Zeke is just in the back, helpless, can't do anything. His plan backfired. And then they wake up to the current time. Eren, with his head just got shot off. He turns into like this big snake skeleton monster. It was pretty sick. Like a huge eldritch horror. And then he's like just like coming down, the walls break down, all the Titans are there. Oh yeah, and the 3 daughters, their names we realize are the names of the walls. Wall Maria, Wall Rose, and Wall John Cena. So I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. Eren is kind of like painted as like the anti-hero villain as of now. And all the people, Eren, Mikasa, all the people left on the island are like, Oh shit, it's over. Aaron's about to like commit some genocide. We still got like 7 or 8 more episodes to resolve everything, so it's gonna be interesting. Now for Akebi-chan Sailor Uniform episode 5, another great episode. Even though how degenerate I feel watching this anime, like the slice of life is amazing. Just like Komi-san remixed, the main character is like so good. You want to cheer for her. So yeah, we start off with Akebi. She's meets another friend. Her name is Okuma-san, and she has like the short spiky hair and she likes the animals and she also likes to observe things like a nature documentary. She likes, looking at snakes and bugs and recording them. So yeah, Akebi and her, they kind of meet up because there was like a wild snake in the classroom. So then Akebi picks it up and then Okuma-san kind of helps her, and then they're both like, oh shit, okay, let's put this out in the wild. They both talk and then they're like, oh okay, I like your way of thinking, you like to observe things, let's observe things together. So this whole episode, they just like, become friends, and then they go around school kind of just like staring at people, recording their activities in like a notebook and kind of just like observing them. The first thing that happens is like the short girl we see, the short blonde haired girl. She's trying to get some shit on the vending machine. She cannot reach it. So then Akebi and Okuma, they're just like watching behind the staircase, taking notes. But then Akebi, like, she can't really not do anything. So Akebi helps her out. She hugs her, picks her up, almost in like a German suplex position, but nah, she just boosts her up to like to let her push the vending machine button. Like that short girl doesn't really have that much presence in the anime, but she's mostly there to just like, I don't know, try to be stronger, grow taller. That's like her whole character. So yeah, Okuma actually kind of like tells Akebi, yo, that's not how you're supposed to observe things, because mainly you have to like leave them alone. You have to let them do their thing. You can't really interfere because then you won't get the natural progression of the scene. So yeah, to fully know, to understand a character, you can't like interfere. You have to observe them without like letting them know. So yeah, they go see other people. One, there's like these two girls behind school, and then they got discovered. So Akebi just like keeps making noises and everyone like discovers her. One, they both like hide in a locker inside of class, and then they see a girl trying to sneak eat a sandwich, and then like Akebi kind of sneezes and then falls out of the locker. And she's like, oh shit, no, this is not what it looks like. I was just tired. I didn't eat breakfast. That's why I'm eating the sandwich. So yeah, we kind of learn more about everyone. They're kind of just like quirky characters. It's like slice of life, but everyone kind of has their own thing they're doing. So yeah, it's pretty good. And then there's one more thing. There's like this girl. She's like one of the country girls who was like really jealous of Akebi because like Akebi's so beautiful, is like such a queen. So she kind of like, Akebi gave her this handkerchief when they first met during orientation. But now like she's kind of like, she hates Akebi, so she goes to the roof and yells how much she hates Akebi. And Akebi actually comes upstairs and listens to her at that exact moment while they were observing people, and then she's like, oh shit, that handkerchief, you kept it? And then they kind of make up and become friends again. So yeah, Akebi just got that fire in her. Everyone she's around, they just love her, and she just keeps making more friends. Her and Okuma-san, they're like really good, really funny episode here where we just see like all these characters, what kind of like random quirky things they do in their daily lives. And then yeah, Akebi's just like trying harder, making more friends. So the anime goes on. What a great episode we had this week. Okay, and now for my dress up darling, episode 5. Another degenerate episode, but we finally did it. The cosplay is finished. So Kitagawa, she looks like a Shizuku-tan from the visual novel game. The thing is, it's really hot, so if you ever try to cosplay anywhere, indoors, outdoors, just like, you're wearing these clothes, you can't take them off, and then she's just sweating a lot because like, this dress has like multiple layers. So I guess she gets a bit dehydrated. One thing that happens also, like her kind of like titty window, she put like some extra inflatable boobs in there. So like, like her bra is also like kind of like stressing out. So they kind of like go in the back, and then Gojo kind of like takes care of her. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, it was kind of like my first attempt. I didn't really calculate how the environment and everything would make it uncomfortable. So yeah, they took some quick pictures, but then like she's all sweating and lying down. Gojo kind of like dries up her body, unzips her dress, and kind of like, does some more degenerate shit, because why not? That's what this anime is all about. So yeah, after wiping all that sweat, they kind of take one final picture with this girl. She takes the picture, but then there's a breeze. Oh, big anime breeze. Her skirt kind of like twirls up a little. You can see it. And then on her leg, she kind of has like this writing on her inner thighs where it's like, I don't know, please insert. I can't read the Japanese, but it's like, it's that shit you see in hentai with people like with writing on their legs. But yeah, she really wanted to encapsulate the characters, so yeah, she had to make it 100% genuine. She had to include all the little details, and her first cosplay, even though it wasn't like 100% successful, it was really good. They went out there, like it looked really good, and she got to live out her fantasy as being Shizuku-tan. So yeah, we kind of finished this anime already, like 5 episodes. This is the end game. Her favorite character she cosplayed as, so we got nothing left to do, right? Wrong, because Gojo, he realizes that she has like 50,000 different anime characters that she likes. So yeah, this is not the last cosplay, it's the first cosplay. We got more to do. So in anime, it's still got to keep going, so I guess now they have no time constraints, so it's like more chill. They can make the cosplay whenever, so it's just like Gojo kind of like improving his skills while they kind of like improve their relationship together as well. And then he's kind of tired. They're on the train together, and then she's like wearing her street clothes, and then he kind of says like, "Oh, you were beautiful," and then he falls asleep. So we kind of like heard this earlier, but Gojo never calls anything beautiful besides his dolls. Like he has to really mean it from the heart. So Kitagawa kind of blushes like a lot. She's like, "Oh shit, he called me beautiful," and then Gojo fell asleep, so he didn't really acknowledge it. And then yeah, this thing kind of keeps happening. Like Kitagawa realizes her feelings for Gojo, and then she just like blushes a lot. I think this happened like once every other episode. So yeah, we'll see how their relationship goes, but pretty standard episode. Nothing crazy happened, but we got room for more new shit to happen in the future. Okay, so for Takagi-san season 3, episode 5, I really liked this episode. It was very cool, mainly because in the beginning, we see spoilers of the future. Takagi and Nishikata's daughter. So yeah, there's also a spin-off manga based on this where we like follow the adventures of this girl. She basically looks like Takagi, but she has Nishikata's whole personality. So she's like the one being teased. So it's kind of like if you think Takagi like is like getting away with too much shit, while this little girl's about to get bullied. So yeah, no spoilers for the spin-off, but in this universe, like the daughter, she gets teased a lot. There's like this dude that's like sitting next to her in class. He's kind of protective of her, but then he doesn't really want to admit his feelings. And then she always like yells like, "Oh, what are you doing? Stop teasing me." So yeah, I really appreciated this glimpse into the future. It felt very interesting. But yeah, now we like transition back to the present time. So like they do some classic stuff, nothing crazy. Talk about like how Nishikata hates eating green peppers. Takagi doesn't like to drink energy drinks, stuff like that. The main thing, they seem to be setting up a play for the school, so this play is kind of like a remix of a lot of plays. But I guess the main tagline is Romeo and Juliet, so Takagi is chosen as Juliet. And then there's kind of like tryouts for Romeo, who's going to be Romeo. And Takagi really wants Nishikata to be Romeo. So we'll see where that goes in the future. Also at the end, we see like Takagi and Nishikata to go fishing. And then it was kind of cute because Nishikata caught like a big fish, but he was like about to fall, get dragged into the river, and then Takagi right behind him just like rescues him, hugs him, and then kind of blushes, but she kind of plays it off. So very cute again. I really love these like kind of cool developments. We're getting more and more. This season seems to be trying to one up them each time, so yeah, I'm kind of excited where we'll go in the future, but I really appreciated the beginning where we saw the daughter, so the most exciting thing is that there's potential for a sequel for this anime, just featuring their daughter, so yeah, watch out Boruto, you got some competition. Okay, enough for Police in a Pod, episode 5. Very cute episode. Kawaii's just like suffering every week. Each week it's just like this girl, she just like can't handle being a police officer, so yeah, the life of the 5-0 is not easy. So she stakes out the school at night. So in the first story, she kind of goes into the school at night. Fuji kind of hazes her and teases her because, I don't know, she's like sleeping and slacking off. So she's like, "All right, there's this burglar that's robbing schools. So can you like stake out this school quietly?" And then Kawaii's all scared. She's like, "Bro, it's dark. What if there are ghosts?" But then Fuji like does not care. And then yeah, Kawaii's just like running, kind of scared, running away from ghosts. So yeah, she does not look like a professional police officer at all. Also, conveniently, the two detectives that we see, they are also staking out the school. And they're like kind of staking it out for 10 days. And then like Kawaii's just making a shit ton of noise. So while Kawaii's running away from ghosts, the detectives try to like shut her up. Fuji kind of arrests the guy from the back. So it was all like a 200 IQ calculation play from her. She was playing chess, everyone else was just like playing checkers, and then she arrests the guy, gets the cred, and then Kawaiii gets kind of like a bigger appreciation of like the police car, because when you see a police car, you're kind of like relieved. So and after that there was kind of like a heavy story where there's like a train molester and he kind of gets like caught, so yeah, he gets arrested. But he's like kind of like this big rich dude, so he doesn't really care. He's not sorry. And a person he molested was like this like kind of middle school girl, so that was kind of creepy. So then yeah, I guess their goal here, like, seems like he can't get arrested. He like just has to pay a fine. But Kawai, Fuji, everyone, they kind of want to like make him like say sorry, regret his actions. Even like the red haired dude too. So they kind of like do a thing where they're like, oh, we gotta take pictures of where you touched this girl. And then they have the cop with the afro, Minamoto, him being the middle school girl. So yeah, the train molester kind of has to grow up this dude's ass while Fuji's just like taking pictures of it. So I guess it's like degrading for him, but yeah, he kind of regrets his action. This story was a little weird because it just felt kind of unrealistic, and you know there was like not really a payoff. The girl got molested anyway, and he just got away paying a fine. But I mean, I guess he regrets his actions, so there's that. And then yeah, I guess the anime has a continuing trend of rookie hazing for Kawaii, so hopefully she gets tougher soon because yeah, it's a hard life for her. She's just like running away scared, yelling at everything. Okay, so for Tokyo 24th Ward, episode 5, nothing really crazy happened. They kind of solved this next mission they had. Oh, either kill this terrorist or let everyone on the boat die. So they don't want to do either, so they kind of want to like help both of them. And then they realize the people on the boat are kind of like super evil. But yeah, this is kind of what happened. So Rand's friend, he's kind of like a cool guy. His name is Kunai. He appreciated Rand's art, and he's more of like kind of a developer, so he likes to code. And then we kind of see his tragic backstory. He made this cool app. He sold it for a lot of money to like this company, but they're like this evil, shady company. They manipulated the code and kind of made it so it turned into like an electronic drug. Yeah, this is kind of weird, but okay, like the fact that they were able to do this, the fact that his code can do that. Basically, if you like look at it on your phone or something, it can manipulate, I guess, your brain chemistry so you don't feel anything, and then, or they can like kind of ramp up your emotions and you just like kill yourself. So that's kind of what this D drug is, just like this electronic drug. It's not a real drug. So I guess that's kind of interesting. Like, explores kind of like future tech, like some Elon Musk shit. So yeah, anyway, they kind of like try to stop it. The blue-haired guy, he goes on the boat, tries to like, I don't know, get information and shit. And the red-haired guy, he tries to talk down his friend, but then he gets shot by the green-haired dude. He calls the anti-terrorist people. So we see all three of them, they're kind of like doing their own thing, like communicating, but now, sadly, we couldn't rescue both of the people, so Kunai, he did die to save all the people on the cruise ship. So yeah, it looks like this kind of future they're heading towards, it might not be the best, because you saved a bunch of like evil people that invented this drug. So yeah, the story's kind of like cool, it's setting up for some stuff, and I'll probably pick up more in the future. Okay, so for Princess Connect Redive Season 2, Episode 4, pretty cool episode. We meet a lot of characters, new characters, animal waifus. We got fox girls, wolf girls, cat girls, whatever you want, you got it. So yeah, the main squad, the Gourmet Guild, they kind of like get attacked by monsters, and these animal people save them, so that's cool. And then the big thing that happened here, there's like this giant golem being possessed by shadows. So they kind of have to defeat this giant golem before it attacks the city. So there's kind of a cool fight scene where everyone's kind of like beating it up. Pecorine, she's like unlocking her power. She's just like blasting it with these like magical swords, just like flying up in the air and slashing it. But then while she was about to do the finishing blow, she gets teleported. She gets teleported to her castle. Because I think we saw this last season. Pecorine is a princess. Princess Justina. That's her actual, like, original name. But she doesn't know about this, so she's kind of, like, traumatized. Like, yo, how did I just get teleported here? So it's kind of like a cool cliffhanger. Like, the monster is now still alive. They have to defeat it. And Pecorine's was, like, teleported where she came from. So I guess she has to confront her past. I hope everything's alright, because Pecorine's my favorite girl in the series, and this monster is still rampaging about. For a Rust Eater Bisco, episode 4 this week, we just got two boys going on an adventure. That's what this anime is all about. We got Panda and Bisco, they're just traveling. Panda tries to learn how to ride the crab, because they, like, meet the crab. It's, like, the giant red crab named Atagawa. Thing is, like, the crab is, like, very tsundere, so he doesn't listen to anyone that he doesn't respect. So Panda's trying to ride him. Panda's being nice, but the crab is just like kicking him off, punching him, just like, yeah, Panda's hurting. So he's not successful in riding the crab so far. It's just like a comically funny scene of Panda just like being kicked off the crab. So yeah, their plan is to go through the mines in the mountains. There's like a lot of monsters that they have to fight, so That's their next destination. Go through these mountains, and then maybe you'll find a Rust Eater there. However, before they like continue their mission, they meet this pink-haired girl. So she's the girl that we like kept seeing before, like all quirky and stuff. So it looks like she's just traveling on her own right now. She kind of left the government. Now she just tries robbing Panda. She kind of hustles him, and then she steals the crab. So this pink-haired girl can ride the crab pretty easily, while Panda's just like on the ground running, try to catch up to her. But then like Bisco's like, okay, what's happening? So he shoots an arrow at her. She kind of like falls off the crab, and then she kind of runs away. So yeah, we kind of settle that, but like it's starting to get dark, so they go inside this building at night, and then they meet the pink-haired girl again. Except this time she's kind of choking. So then we finally get the famous trailer scene. She's choking, she got some saliva spitting out, just like her cheeks are red. And then Panda's right there. He knows exactly what to do. He gives her some CPR, bro. He kisses her, puts his lips on hers. But then instead of blowing, he sucks. Because there's something inside of her, like this white leech that like she's like choking on in her stomach. So Panda kind of like sucks it out, bites it off, and then spits it out. So yeah, it's this leech that they kind of like give to slaves. They put it in their stomach. And the only way to stop it from like killing you and poisoning you is to like take these drugs. So that's like kind of how they control all these soldiers. They just have like kind of leeches in their stomach, and then they have to work for the guy or else they'll just die. So yeah, Panda actually cures her, but then we see that she's actually like really evil. I think her name's like Chioru, but I'll call her Jellyfish Girl because she has like kind of like jellyfish like hair. So yeah, we got the Karakai girl, and her trade is kind of like selling things. So she has like a lot of like supplies and food. So yeah, they kind of like sleep together for now, and then after that, like she kind of spills some gasoline, and then we realize that like what they're actually on some like big old tank, like this like kind of turtle tank that's like just like exploding and like attacking them. So they try shooting it with arrows and stuff. It keeps moving, and then like there's a big explosion where they finally do stop it, but it does blow up the mines. So their way forward is kind of blocked, and now they have to go on a detour. So the next day, the jellyfish girl, she kind of like takes Panda's money and runs away. So we kind of don't see her anymore. She doesn't join the party. She's just like there as kind of like a gag character that we'll meet once in a while. So at the end of the episode, we kind of see a preview of what might happen. So they meet some kids at this like kind of like deserty town, and then the kids kind of ambush them. They point some bows and guns at them. So there might be a fight where Bisco gotta fight some kids. Get hyped for that next week. But yeah, this anime is like really good. I really like the characters and the story so far. Very chill. Great story, and you know, it's just about two boys going on an adventure. What will they do in this crazy ass world? And I really like Panda. He's like really smart and capable so far. And that seems to be it for this week. Of course, again, I have to say Demon Slayer, insane. I loved it this week. Let me know what your favorite episode this week was, and let's continue to watch more anime, bro. It's getting more exciting.